Generational cycles in the evolution of human experience. Generations, like tides, ebb and flow across the shores of history. Each cohort of young minds shape the world they inherit, and in turn their actions reverberate through time, influencing the coming of age experiences of others. This intricate dance between generations moves in synchronicity with broader historical patterns, alternating between action and introspection, secularism and spirituality, liberation and constraint. Within this grand pendulum swing, we encounter a recurring cycle of generational archetypes, each playing a vital role in the evolution of human consciousness. Using the concepts from William Strauss and Neil Howe from their book Generations, The History of America's Future, 1584 to 2069, presents an excellent detailed concept of that generational ebb and flow. The four generational types. Idealists. Idealists emerge during spiritual awakenings. They carry the torch of possibility, fueled by dreams and visions. As they transition into rising adulthood, they become the architects of change, challenging norms and envisioning new futures. Their youthful idealism inspires movements, artistic revolutions, and quests for justice. Think of the counterculture of the 1960s and the dawn of a spiritual movement. Their downside was their push of excesses in behaviors and the dogmatic certitude of their ideas. Reactives. Reactives, often born during times of crisis, witness the world in turmoil during their childhood. They grow up amidst upheaval, uncertainty, and societal fractures. As adults, reactives respond to the chaos they've inherited. They seek stability, order, and pragmatic solutions. Their resilience rebuilds what was broken. The lost generation of the Great Depression era exemplifies their tenacity. Gen X, the latchkey kids, demonstrates their pragmatism in modern times. An unpleasant result is the cynicism, detachment, and sense of hopelessness they developed. Civics. Civics mature during periods of societal stability. Their formative years coincide with relative calm, and they absorb the lessons of collective responsibility and duty. In rising adulthood, civics become the builders, the architects of institutions, the defenders of tradition. Their work lays the groundwork for the future. The GI generation exemplifies their contributions. They acted as a collective force to defeat their enemies during World War II. They created a system that enabled a strong middle class to emerge. The cons of their legacy include colossal debts, exported assets, depleted resources, and harm to the global environment. Adaptives. Adaptives arrive as children during secular crisis. They witness the unraveling of established norms and institutions. As they grow, adaptives navigate uncertainty. Their flexibility allows them to adapt to changing landscapes. They question old paradigms and innovate. Think of the silent generation civil rights activists who dare to dream of equality. Sadly, they also learn to enforce conformity since they benefited so much from the norms created by the GI generation. The law of nature and generational obligations. Thomas Jefferson, in a letter to James Madison, pondered whether one generation could bind another. He recognized that society's obligations are not perpetual chains, but rather threads woven by a law of nature. Like independent nations, generations pass the torch to one another. Their constitutions and laws, while essential for their time, naturally expire. Enforcing them beyond their relevance becomes an act of force, not right. The validity of each generational experience. Every generation contributes to the human saga. Each step, whether taken by idealists dreaming of utopia, reactives rebuilding from rubble, civics fortifying institutions, or adaptives dismantling outdated structures, is valid. It's a necessary part of our collective evolution. We must honor the wisdom of elders and the audacity of youth alike. The impact of negative judgments. When generations clash, negative judgments often arise. Demands for conformity echo across time, attempting to mold the young into replicas of the old. But this path stifles growth. When young minds are shamed or gaslit into submission, their potential withers. The impact is profound. Erosion of self-trust. Constant criticism erodes self-esteem, leaving scars that persist into adulthood. Fear of nonconformity. Young people fear expressing their uniqueness, stifling creativity and innovation. Emotional wounds. Negative judgments create emotional wounds that affect mental health and relationships. Missed opportunities. When conformity prevails, the world misses out on fresh perspectives and paradigm shifts. Embracing the evolutionary dance. We're awakening to our power, the power to unqualify negative energies and embrace love. When triggered, we pause, listen to our emotions, and requalify our energy. We seek peace of mind and acceptance of the present moment. In doing so, we break free from the chains of conformity and honor the cyclical dance of generations. As spiritual teacher Aaron Apke wisely reminds us, we're learning to use our power to our advantage, to evolve beyond separation and toward unity consciousness. Remember, each generation contributes a unique thread to the tapestry of humanity. Let's celebrate the dance, honor the past, and welcome the future with open hearts.